back, man. It's gonna piggyback right back off that thing, and just piggyback right back off of it, man, and call this session 4. So, like I was saying before the camera stopped, right? They said it was 2 lights, one lesser and one brighter. So the brighter one would be the sun, right, for the morning, and the lesser bright one would be the moon for the night. But you gotta understand something. In the beginning, there was no moon, and so I get more into that and talk about that too as we go on. But that's what I'm saying. This right here don't really. It's explaining. It's not really capturing the beginning as I know it, or as I'm starting to understand it. But like I said, in the beginning, it was no moon. It was only a sun. And so we'll get back into that too. Another thing I want to talk about in Genesis. So remember when I was saying that when we talk about God in the Bible, it's talking about God's plural, right? It's talking about more than one God. And so I said, let me go ahead and read some of it, just a little bit. So I'm sure you can go and find it yourself, but so it says this. So after God created all the creepy things that creep on the earth, and according to its kind, and God saw that it was good. Then God said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish and the sea, over the birds and the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. So God created man in his own image, and in his own image, in the image of God. He created him, male and female. He created them. Then God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it. Have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves on the earth. And God said, see, I have given you every herb that yields seed, which is on the face of the earth, and every tree whose fruit yields seed. To you it shall be for food. Also to every beast of the earth, to every bird of the air, and to everything that creeps on the earth, in which there is life, I have given every green herb for food. And it was so. Then God saw everything that he had made, and indeed it was very good. So the evening and the morning were the 6th day. Thus the heavens and the earth and all the hosts of them were finished. And the 7th day God ended his work which he had done, and he rested on the 7th day from all his work which he had done. Then God blessed the 7th day and sanctified it, because in it he rested from all his work which God had created and made. This is the history of the heavens and the earth when they were created, in the day that the Lord God made and the earth and the heavens. So, God created man in our image, So we got to understand who is our when we're thinking about our image. Then when you go and think about God saying, after all that I created, out these 6 days, the 7th day, I'm a rest. I need to relax and rest. Which says to me that if God had to rest from all the work that he put in, that means he was exhausted or tired, which make me believe that he was man. Because if God wasn't man, he wouldn't be tired. If God is all it is and all that ever will be, God is a one infinite creator. God is the energy. God knows all, sees all, right? God is all knowing, all loving, and perfect. But God is everything. So, why would he need to rest on the 7th day? If God is spirit, if God is not man, why would he need to rest on the 7th day? Why would God need to rest on the 7th day? It sounds like something a man would do after working. Somebody that working physically, like we do on a weekly schedule at our job. We work all through the week as men and women. And Sundays, we rest. So is that where this 7 day, this Sunday thing comes from, that has been given to us because the God that we read about in this book had to rest on the 7th day because he was tired. And so that's why we get our days off, the 7th day, right? Okay. Let me see a couple more points in here. So when we talking about the Garden of Eden, right? And God's supposed to be all knowing God, all seeing God, right? Okay, let's talk about this Garden of Eden. So he said, I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, who told, hold on, let me back up a little bit. Okay, so when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree desirable to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate. She also gave to her husband with her, and he ate. Then the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves coverings. And they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God among the trees of the garden. Then the Lord God called to Adam and said to him, Where are you? So the Lord God called out to Adam and said, Where are you? So this is God calling out to Adam because he don't know where Adam's at. So we got to go back and recap and remember that God's supposed to be an all-seeing and all-knowing God, right? God is all-seeing, right? And all-knowing, right? So why does God not know where Adam is? So The Lord called out to Adam and said to him, "Where are you?" So he said, "I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself." And he said, Who told you that you were naked?" So God said to Adam, "Who told you that you were naked?" So if God is an all-knowing and all-seeing God, right? Why did God not already know that Adam knew that he was naked? Why did God already know that Adam ate from the tree? Why did God not already know where Adam was at when he was looking for Adam? Evidently, this God is not all-knowing and all-seeing. So who is this God that Adam is talking to? Because God's supposed to be all-knowing and all-seeing, right? So God shouldn't have to wonder where Adam is at. He should know where Adam is at exactly. And he should be able to see Adam and where everything that Adam is doing without even having to come to the Garden of Eden. Why should God have to walk physically to the Garden of Eden just to see Adam, if God is all-seeing and all-knowing? Okay? So he said, "I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself." And he said, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree which I commanded you that you should not eat?" So this is God asking Adam, "Have you eaten from the tree that I told you that you shall not eat from?" So if God is all-seeing and all-knowing, why does God not know already that Adam ate from the tree? Why didn't he see that Adam and Eve ate from this tree? Why didn't he already know that their eyes had become open and they had become aware that they was naked? If he's all-seeing and all-knowing God, right? So this leads me to believe that this God is not the all-seeing and all-knowing God. So which God is this? Since the God made man in our image. Okay. So the woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I ate. And the Lord God said to the woman, "What is this you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." So the Lord said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, you are cursed more than all cattle, and more than every beast of the field. On your belly you shall go, and you shall eat dust all the days of your life, and I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel." To the woman he said, "I will greatly multiply your sorrow and conception. In pain you shall bring forth children. Your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you." Wow. So this God that comes to find out Adam and Eve had ate from the tree of life, or ate some of the fruit, right? Now he's punishing the one who told them about the fruit, which is the serpent. And in terms of serpent, I don't believe they're talking about an actual snake, and we'll get to that too in another session coming up. But he curses the serpent, then he brings wrath on the woman and the man, and curses their seed. So I thought God was an all-loving God. I thought God was an all-loving God. So if God is an all-loving God, why would he be so upset that his children have ate from the tree of wisdom, or the tree of life, and now became wise enough to know that they was naked? Okay, so you mad because they know they was naked, or did they gain the wisdom that they was naked? Because I don't think they learned anything else at that point in time, right? They knew they was naked. They knew they had genitals, and so now they wandering around trying to hide themselves. But as the God that know everything and love, supposed to be of love, and supposed to be all loving, and what I want to say, forgiving. So you can't forgive your children that they ate from the tree, they ate fruit from this tree. You punish them, you punish the woman, you punish the child, their seeds, their unborn seeds, and then you tell the woman that the man is going to rule